What's up, Space Pirates? This is your captain, the ever-charming Dr. Disaster, and Dragon Age: The Veilguard has finally announced a release date for the game. It's coming out on Halloween, October 31st, but more interesting than that, they have announced the price point on this game, to which I can only offer the following response.
You serious?
Now, you may remember the first trailer that they put out for this game was such an awful joke that I find it impossible to take this game seriously. I mean, it was ratioed at a clip of 45,000 upvotes to 270,000 down. That is a ratio of 6-to-1. It looked and sounded like something from Fortnite. Imagine the gall that it takes to put out that trailer and receive that kind of reception, and then 2 months later, ask $70 for the base game, or $90 if you want the full game with all the content. Or imagine the gall that it takes to go from having a character like Morrigan that looks like this, as she did in the older Dragon Age games,
I like her,
to now when she looks like this. Which, it's not the worst offense in the world, it's just a significant downgrade. She was nerfed. But anyhow, with all that in mind, it seems astonishing to me that the prices they want to ask for this thing are as high as they are. I can't believe it isn't a joke.
I thought you were kidding! I thought it was a joke! I even wrote it down in my diary!
Alright, me hearties, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and also, don't forget to follow me over on Twitter, where I keep a list of games filled with woke crap pinned to my account for your reference. If you want to check it out, my handle over there is Dr. Disaster 1. Anyhow, Dragon Age: The Veilguard's announcement of their release date was accompanied by a new trailer, and admittedly, it does look a hell of a lot better than the first piece of shit that we were tortured with a couple months ago. It damn near makes this look like a playable game, but in my mind, I just can't separate the silliness of the first trailer from the title. Once you leave an impression on someone like me, it's damn near impossible to change it. And clearly, that was what they were going for here. Clearly, the game that they want people to play is the one with the silly Fortnite tone. Now, don't get me wrong, I actually do give BioWare a bit of credit for listening to fan feedback and changing things in this trailer so that it feels like actual Dragon Age. More companies need to listen to feedback, and we want to encourage this, but I don't trust this company at all. Once again, the original trailer for the game has been very aptly described as a Fortnite heist movie. To me, it's impossible to trust anyone who misreads their own audience to that degree. Anyone who would change a game like Dragon Age, which is supposed to have a dark and somber tone, to something as silly as Fortnite. I just can't trust them. That tells me that they were chasing after someone who isn't their actual audience, and they were instead pursuing the so-called modern audience, that group of people with modern sensibilities that are elevated to levels that common plebs like you and like me could never understand. Of course, as these companies keep learning, that audience doesn't really exist, or at least not in great enough numbers to support these AAA titles. With that in mind, with the way that the first trailer screwed things up, I just can't trust them. I fully expect that the gameplay is going to be shit because they are so disengaged from their customers, and it's because they are so oblivious to the mood of gamers that I can't say that I'm surprised that these guys are going to ask for $70 to buy this game, or $90 if you want the deluxe edition so you can have everything in the game, at least according to this article here from Seasoned Gaming. I'm not surprised they're asking for this. And at least, I'll give them this, it isn't as egregious as Star Wars Outlaws, which wants you to pay $130 for the full game. But man, I would have thrown gamers a bone. If I were the developers of Dragon Age, I would have thrown gamers a bone and knocked the price down to at least $60. Or maybe I'd throw all the DLC in for free just to get people hyped about the game again. Because, I mean, to top things off, it's gonna be tough to get people to buy back in to Dragon Age the Veilguard when we've also learned that the game is heavily focused on inclusivity and all that other woke buzzword shit. And the creative director is a self-described queerosexual gendermancer.
What the hell is even that?
Yeah, I couldn't tell you what that is, but I can tell you this. I don't think I'm interested in having one make video games for me. What do you want to bet that the first trailer was the idea of this queerosexual gendermancer? What do you want to bet that the announcement that all companions are canonically pansexual, meaning that they'd sleep with anything, including a toaster oven? What do you want to bet that came from the gendermancer as well? Because these people are very pathetically obsessed with gender and identity and that shit. They just can't help themselves, it seems. They want to change things that people love, things like Dragon Age, into things that they love, making it completely different from the original form because they are narcissistic as hell and want to force people into the things that they like. I mean, to go on down the line here, they changed the art style, they removed the control of other companions, they removed blood magic, they've got all this pronoun and pansexual nonsense. The game director has announced that the title is, quote, inherently very queer. I don't know, it just seems like they made something that isn't Dragon Age. And you know, that would be fine if we were talking about a brand new IP. That's why, as much as I make fun of titles like Concord and Dustborn for their unmitigated failures, I at least have a certain level of respect for what they did because they didn't hollow out existing franchises to push their ideas. They ventured out into the market with their own new ideas, and that does take at least a certain level of bravery. The ideas are crap, and it's fun to mock them for that, but I do appreciate them leaving old IPs alone. On the other hand, maybe the reason they're leaving them alone is because at this point, just about everything that we enjoyed back in the day has been dug up and defiled already, and the woke remakes are no longer selling at all. So maybe it isn't bravery so much as necessity. But either way, I appreciate that at least a game like Concord isn't taking a dump on a franchise I love, they're just taking a dump on themselves, and that was always allowed. In the case of Dragon Age here, I still highly suspect the game is going to be tailored to that modern audience and will suck as a result. This new trailer is substantially better, but my faith has not been restored and the price tag is outrageous in my opinion. Yeah, I know that inflation is a thing and that these so-called AAA games have been thinking they can plaster a $70 price tag on anything they want, but man, with that level of reception from the original Dragon Age the Veilguard trailer, you would think they'd want to earn back at least some goodwill. At least include the DLC for free, my dudes. On the other hand, maybe they surprise me and pull off a Baldur's Gate 3, and this ends up being a big win. I just don't see it. But what do you think of the new Dragon Age the Veilguard trailer and the price tag for this game? Do you trust it? Do you have any plans to buy the game and play it? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below and we will talk there.
Thanks for watching, me hearties. If you haven't already, your captain is inviting you to subscribe to the channel and become a part of the crew. Life as a space pirate may not be glamorous, but there's always plenty of booty.